Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Arium Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. It is going to be an awesome game today, and yes, I've got something very awesome coming up for you guys tomorrow. It's I didn't actually realize it was happening until a week ago or so, but I'm very excited about it. Tomorrow, definitely catch the game because it will be awesome. And yes, you'll probably see it on the title of the video actually. So anyway, let's go ahead and start casting this game. Now I want to introduce a very special player. You don't see this every day. His name is Arium. He is 15 years of age, from the United States, plays for the MY Insanity team, and is also sponsored by SoCal Esports. Now what makes Mr. Arium so special is that he made it to Grandmasters League before his 14th birthday, I believe. About 2 months before his 14th birthday, he was in Grandmasters League for the US. And it's, yeah, so he's basically the youngest GM player, was the youngest GM player in North America and Europe, and potentially Korea and SEA, but I don't know, they didn't confirm that or something. So yes, to say this guy is an up-and-coming player is a bit of an understatement. And of course, he's in the American Premier League round of 32 right now, and he's currently 15 years of age. So that tells you everything you need to know about how awesome this guy is. 15 years of age, Premier League, done. Game done. And his opponent, however, is quite a scary player. It is Mr. Revival, 22 years of age, from South Korea, sponsored by CM Storm. Revival is, of course, one of the big guys, one of the big South Koreans going out there doing awesome stuff. He's been doing awesome stuff for some time now. So, yeah. It's the ultimate up-and-coming player versus one of the heavyweights. And this game should be interesting, I should say. So what have we got from Mr. Arium? We've got a Twilight Council coming out. We've got the expansion coming out off the Cyber Core. We've got a lot of good stuff. Here's another gateway, so he's going to be looking to gate this up to somehow. Revival is just like meh. 3 bases, tons of workers, getting a Roach Warren as well. He's going to be exploding pretty soon in terms of the macro department. And maybe he's already started exploding, but Arium, because he's got that early base, has been keeping up, catching up, chrono boosting, whatever. So he's not in a bad position at all. And I think it's very hard to be in a bad position at the 6-minute mark regardless, so I don't know why I said that, but regardless, I keep saying regardless for some reason. It's, yeah, hurry up and finish, you stupid Roach Warren. I need something to commentate on, and you're not helping me. There we go, there's the Dark Shrine. Oh man, I guess it's not a bad idea. I mean, if you're an up-and-coming player and you come against one of the big guys, you just like, can I beat him in a long-term macro game? No, probably not. Can I beat him by cheesing my face off? Sure, why the hell not? And yes, he's actually cancelled it after it was spotted. I don't know if he meant to cancel it, but it's been scouted now, so he is going to cancel it. He's going for 2 more gateways, so this is going to make him a 5 gate off 2 bases. Whether or not he goes for a couple more gateways, it's going to be interesting. If we see a 7 gate, that could be, I'm not going to say interesting because I said that already. It could be very, oh shit, I can't think of another word. Blah. Let's see, the lair coming up. We've got a whole bunch of roaches coming up, and Revival is just soaring along right now. He's totally in his element. There we go, there's the extra 2 gateways. Arium going for the 7 gate. 8 gate, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an 8 gate. That's hilarious. 8 gate. Oh man, I want to say that more just because it sounds so hilarious, but it sounds stupid at the same time, so we will, I don't know what we're going to be doing. But we do have a bunch of Stalkers coming out. We do have a Pylon coming out. Oh, spotted by the Overlord. What a dopey probe. You couldn't think of a better place to put that Pylon than right underneath a scouting Overlord. Oh man, this 8 gate is already in trouble. And, well, I don't know. He doesn't know that there's an 8 gate going on, but he does have some idea that something fishy is going on. Here we go, a whole bunch of roaches coming out and a bunch of lings. Supply capped, ouch, that's not good. Nice time warp going on there. The stalker amount is pretty good. Some nice blink micro going on, but the roach numbers are getting scary. They're getting very, very scary. It's getting close to the point where he needs to get an immortal out to deal with these guys. If they decide to attack his base, he's going to try and do it with stalkers at the moment. The income is not that far behind. The army is starting to get very, very far behind. That is about 20 supply behind he's doing. The blink micro is very, very nice. It's doing a sensational job. The roaches are starting to wither under the exemplary blink micro from Mr. Arium. He's going to have a crack at the base. Can he snipe the third? That is the question. Workers being pulled off by Revival to see this force away. Is it going to be enough? I'm not sure. More roaches coming out, and they're starting to get in there, and more blink micro caught into play, but even the ones at the front are already looking to be a little bit slipshod, and these stalkers are ready to fall apart. Most of them have no shields, low health, blah blah blah. Some more reinforcements coming in, and a bit of fresh energy for the Protoss player, and again he's going to see these roaches off. I don't think the roaches can have a crack at him, but more and more roaches coming out, so both players spending every cent they have on military units, and that is it. I think the third base is going down. Is Arium going to do it? Is he going to be able to take this out? I think he is. He's sort of wavering a little bit, but he's finally got... No, what is he doing? He had an opportunity to do that. He chose to attack workers. He chose to attack other things. He chose to do whatever. He did not snipe the third base, but I guess you only want to snipe the third base if you're looking to give yourself an advantage in the long term. And I don't know if Arium wants to play for the long term. I think he wants to end the game right the hell now. I think he wants to do something here. And look at the blink micro. Very, very nice. We've said it before. We'll say it again. Nice blink micro. And I would have liked to see him snipe that third base simply because that's less roaches that Revival can build. And that's got to be a good thing at this point in the game. You'd have to get out a macro hatch. Oh, getting a little bit squeezed in here, but I think he's still got enough. And it's so close here. The army forces are just so close. Of course, if they're even, then that's not bad because the stalkers do more damage. And yeah, they do more damage. They can blink. They can get out of there. It's very, very nice. The only advantage that Revival has is that he can build a crapload more of the roaches than Arium has, but his worker numbers are about the same. So he needs to be absolutely overwhelming this army with sheer numbers, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. There's not enough roaches on the field. We got 4 versus 22. Sending out some workers, it's not going to be enough. I think that's it. Arium very, very, very nicely pushed this away. Revival held on for long as he could, but that's it. Blink Stalkers versus Zerg Roaches. Not something you see every day, but it's definitely worked out here. I mean, you don't see it every day. You do see it, but you don't usually see somebody say, all right, this is it. I'm going in. I'm going to own his face right now. I want a 12-minute game. You usually see somebody like, all right, I'm going to go out. I'm going to blink. I'm going to try and take the third base back. And then I'm going to run back to my base and go for Colossus. That's what you usually see in this matchup. But Arium's just like, nah, I want to end it here. I'm going to throw everything I can into the Stalkers. I want to own this guy. So that's it. Arium very, very nicely won the game. And actually, we'll go back to the... I want to have a look at the results between these guys. And Arium, it turns out, won 2-1 versus Revival in that series. But he did lose versus Violet and Huck, who were also in that same series. Although, he took one game off Huck. So he went down 2-1 to Huck. And he went down 2-0 to Violet. So against players like that, man, Arium definitely holding his own. Did not make it into the round of 16, though. But I gotta say, beating Revival 2-1, very, very impressive. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching this game. Make sure to keep an eye out on Arium, A-R-I-U-M. He's 15 years of age at the moment, and he's already in Premier League. And that is insane. So that's it. Very, very happy to have cast this game, and especially happy that we got to see Arium kick some ass. So there we go. I will catch you guys tomorrow. As I said, it's a very, very, very special game tomorrow, and it will be absolutely awesome. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Stay tuned.